I had a couple reasons, but specifically around getting clients and figuring out how to use my energy in a way that is sustainable. My biggest block is the starting and stopping, meaning consistency. I'm sure you've looked at my charts. I'm a pretty high energy person. And so maintaining that, and then the struggle with finding new clients, which I feel a lot of that is on my end as far as consistency. So trying to figure out what the best way to use my energy to support not only myself, but build a business that's sustainable and profitable.
Yeah. So you're a projector.
I'm a projector?
Yes. Is that not
I'm
right?
a man. No, I'm a manifesting.
Okay, let's go over your birth information. I have August 10th, 1976.
No, October 8th.
Okay. Let's edit it right now and let me find.
Okay, I was like, no, I don't think so.
Girl, I know this has happened a couple of times. That's okay. It doesn't change anything. You're still going to get what you need.
Okay.
So tell me your birth information, then we'll just start over.
Sure. It's October 8th, 1976.
Okay. Wait, so 10:08. I got to make sure I put it in my.
Oh yeah, 10/8/76.
Yeah,
yes.
I have to and then what's the birth time?
5:30 p.m.
Okay, that's correct.
1730 Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Yes.
Indiana.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, you're all that's so cool though. I love that. I love that because in that, yep. Okay. Okay.
It's like, I am a projector.
What the hell? No, it changes everything. I know it's because we identify so much. We're like, this changes my entire life. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start over. So from here, I'll tell my production right here. This is where we're going to start the recording.
Okay.
Okay. So tell me what your biggest issue is right now in business.
So again, the biggest issue is maintaining the consistency to show up, to make offers, find new clients. And a lot of that, well, all of it is on my end. It's about figuring out a way to use my energy in a way that supports myself and that I can build a business that is profitable and sustainable. That's my biggest struggle is I'm very action oriented and sometimes struggling with that rest. How do I balance that out? I'm all in or I'm all out. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the things I noticed for consistency, and I'm going to build us there, is like we really are hard on ourselves about consistency. So first of all, what does consistency even mean to you? Like, what does that mean?
So I guess in my mind, consistency would be showing up every day, or like in my ideal mind, that would be 5 days a week, or at the very least in terms of hours, 16 to 20. And I do this 16 to 20 hours a week. However, it's not creating the results that I want.
Okay. Well, why is that? Why did you give consistency that definition? Who told you that you needed to show up 5 days a week, 16 to 20 hours a week, every day, 5 days a week on my stories, I'm posting? Who told you that?
I guess that's what I'm telling myself, that I need to be out there meeting people. I'm meeting people, making offers to help them and telling them I'm a coach. So it seems to make sense to me. And then based on past experience, Danielle, I guess the successes in my life have been based on, I will make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's my default mode. And so when I'm acting and going and taking action and I'm not receiving the results, I'm like, yeah, oh, this is going to take forever. So to kind of circle back, it's created great results for me in the past. So I guess that's my mindset, that that's what I should do again to create.
Yeah. Show up 5 days a week. Consistency is this. I'm defining it as this. It worked for me in the past. It's got to work for me someday, even though I'm burning myself out doing it.
Yes.
Because the thing with consistency is we can't stay consistent unless we're doing the thing that is like lighting us on fire while we're doing it.
Right.
MGs just have to be creatively lit up, like creating and then being given energy and then creating some more and given some more fire to do that with.
When you say giving, because I agree with you, what what do you mean? Like giving to to myself, like downtime, like, or like for yourself? What, can you tell me what you mean by that?
So what I'm going for here is when I go into my business, like you can't keep me from staying consistent. Nothing, hurricanes couldn't keep me from coming in and coaching and sharing and talking my face off to people.
Okay.
Nothing would stop me. So when I'm asking you, what does consistency mean, right? You gave me a very like elevator pitch of what it meant to be consistent, to make offers and meet people and network, right? All of the things like you've been told from everybody else to do. And yes, that works until it doesn't work. And then you got to go, why was I even out there trying to make offers in the first place? Like, oh yeah, I wanted my business to work, but wait, why did I want my business to work? What about your business is lighting you the fuck up to where you're like, I got to tell you all about this thing. I won't shut up about it.
So I think the main thing that I like to do, I love to talk to people anyway, and I love to create. I'm a writer. So I write consistently every day. I wouldn't say that I share it every day because it's a process for me. I cannot just snap my fingers, create it, boom, it's ready to go. It's like I have a process to work through, but that is the thing. And it depends, but the creativity at the core and sharing creativity and the change that it's had for me in my own life. Right. That's the thing that I love to talk about in all of its various forms, writing being the key component of that, the self-expression. I don't know if that's clear enough, but that's
totally. And what I wanted to share with you is you just told me how consistent you are with your writing. So consistency isn't a problem for you. It's not a problem for you. Because MGs tend to think, well, I'm busy. I'm just into this thing and into that thing. That's just who I am. But the truth is when you're going into a business, you have to pick a thing. You have to hold yourself accountable to the thing. And you have to consistently prove to yourself over and over. It's not about proving it to anybody else. Because the open will here, the whole proving energy, I'm going to prove this, prove that. It's about, you got to be very clear on who you're trying to prove it to. Because if it's like the universe gets your attention, no money, no clients, like it's not working. In other words, if there's any reason behind your actions of I'm trying to prove something to somebody, I'm trying to prove to everybody I can stay consistent, right? Like you have to watch that. And what I'm getting is might be happening is you're not valuing where you are already consistent.
Oh. Yeah, and I am consistent in writing. I've been consistent for years. I just do it. It's who I am.
Yeah, you didn't get to where you did not get to where you are right now without knowing that you can count on yourself to be consistent to do the thing.
Right.
You're a 1-3. You are extremely resourceful. You know how to get yourself to the thing for sure.
Yes. Yes. That's true. When you said, I lost your words, but I wish I could just go back like 2 seconds ago, something you said that just really, I was like, yes, I don't know what it was now.
Oh, we'll have to find it in the editing.
Okay. Okay. know what it was, but
Because I'm telling
I
you,
have
stuff
a,
comes out of my mouth and I'm like, did I said that? It's kind of weird. Yeah.
it was something with the proving thing. And I think maybe proving to myself that I can do this new thing that yeah, because I came out of, a job, and I mean, I was an entrepreneur before, years ago, but not like this and not in this capacity. So I was in a corporate job for years, and I think maybe the fear is that I have to prove to myself that I have to do this because I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
So whatever I have to do to make it work. Now, it's not consistent how I defined that to you
Yeah.
in terms of what I just said, that energy.
Yeah. But do you see, you found that yourself. I want you just to see how resourceful you were just there. You found yourself like, oh, the reason I'm actually doing the business is so I never have to do that thing again. I am
Yeah.
scared to death about that thing. So what has to happen is we have to process how scary that was, could potentially be the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be
Yeah.
moving forward in your business and being like, all of this has to work because I can't do that again.
That's kind of been, yeah. Yeah.
Right now, hey, I get it. When I started this, I was like, I mean, I'm just going to sell $55 chart readings and hope people come because I need gas to take my daughter to volleyball. Like that's where I was. So I needed it to work. But
Yeah.
because I needed it to work, I was willing to go all the way in, figure out what fucking consistency meant for a manifesting generator.
And maybe that's what it is for me, like figuring that piece of it out, because yeah, the fear of not wanting to go back to that, or it's not even job, it's just I don't want to work for someone else ever again, period. That's the bottom line. I know what's best for me. I want to be in control of my life. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. You're done selling, you're done making other people money with your sacral energy. That's done. Yeah. So the truth is, I want you to hear this. This is like coming from your soul to you, your higher self through me to you. That will never happen again to you. You will never have to do that again. You are being given everything you need to make this happen for yourself right here, right now. So your time spent in, I'm not consistent, doing all the things everybody's telling me to do. Like I'm trying to do business right. I'm trying to do it the way somebody else. It's all right here, all working perfectly right now for you. You are not doing any of it wrong.
Okay.
Okay. That's why I was like, what does consistency mean to you? When I first started this, I was like, great. I got to show up and be consistent in content, like especially the emotional energy you carry. That can be very difficult to stay consistent.
Okay.
Because you're not going to feel like doing it every day.
Right. It's true.
And what we're taught is like, what do you feel like in the personal development world, and like the woo woo kind of look on it is, well, what feels in alignment? And I remember battling that and being like, yeah, I can't feel my way through business. I can't do that. Like I will not have food to feed my daughter. Like it just doesn't work that way. So what you have to do is develop a relationship with your emotional energy. You just have to go, oh, I get it. You're here. You're big. You take over. That's why you love to write. And that's why you invoke through your writing, is because you're like speaking to people very deeply through what you're saying. That's why you're consistently showing up and taking extra care and, formulating it in the way that you want to formulate it before you share it, because you have the energy to share with others, the emotional energy and everything that means. And we need it from you. We need to hear how you're going through it, processing it, managing it, working through it, what it means, all of that. And then when it comes to your business, you're like, I got you, like put your arm around your emotional energy and be like, I got you. And we're still going to get consistent today. It doesn't feel good. And maybe consistent that day is, I mean, at least I got on a Instagram live, or it could be I engaged. That's all I did. I spent 20 minutes engaging today. That's how I could only show up in that way. But what you're not doing is saying, I'm turning my back. I can't do it. I can't figure it out. It's not working. Not going into that all or nothing. Or for you specifically, let me see how I can take more action.
Yeah. Yeah. And then no action, right? Maybe after doing that for, I don't know, however much time, how much energy, and then needing to recover.
Yeah,
That
your too much
downtime.
action will leave you totally burnt out. You won't even feel like an MG.
Yeah. That's that rings very true, especially right now. Yeah, because it's like, I guess figuring out that emotional energy. I'm very new to human design. I know about that much.
That much, yeah.
From listening to your podcast and kind of, yeah, I don't know a lot at all. And so trying to figure out that emotional response, like what you're saying, and I've been reflecting on that, like what does that actually look like for me, the high highs and then the lows, and making that decision in the calm place, because I do see I'm becoming more aware of how I do that, where I'm very excited about something at first. And then, I don't know how much time goes by and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how you've been running your life and your business. And so those are the results that you have based on it. And so where you start with that is you just like get to know it. It's like building a relationship with this center that is the emotional solar plexus. And you go, all right, I guess we're stuck with each other for this lifetime. I got to figure out how you work, and the lower, just trusting, like lower frequency use of you means I react to you and I actually make decisions based on how I feel. Higher frequency way of using you and working with you is I sit next to you on the bench and I just observe you. I feel you. I'm willing to feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can't get away from that.
So it's not going to not happen. Yeah. That's not going to not happen.
Yeah. Because the open center, like I'm open here, we can actually go, I'm not going to feel you right now. I can feel you later if you're still mine. Right. But you want to decipher, is this even, first, I want you to go, is this even mine? Is this even mine? Even though you're defined here, you could still pick up emotional energy from other aura energies.
I didn't know that.
Is this even mine? Like if you sleep next to your partner at night, like where are you spending the most common space? Me and my family, we're in very close quarters right now. And we're always like, I don't even know if this is even mine. Is somebody else feeling this way? And we'll just call it out. And somebody will be like, yeah, it's me. I'll be like, oh, okay, it's not mine then. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm writing this down as you're saying this to me.
Yeah, because that's going to be a game changer for showing up consistently in your business. Like maybe someone else is feeling like, oh, this is big for like mastermind, like live events. When you're going to live events or masterminds or in a group with a bunch of people who are, it's all high energy.
Yes.
You're open head and Anja, you're going to pick up every single doubt, fear, and worry. And most of it's lack. It's not going to work. I'm doing it wrong. I need to take more action.
Oh.
It's not even yours.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Be aware. And I do pick it up. That's so true. I wouldn't have used your words the way you said it. I would have said something like, I'm an empath. and I can just
Yes.
feel what everybody is
Yes.
feeling.
Yes. Anyone who's attracted to the human design work and anything about it, regardless of an open or defined emotional center, is an empath. You are highly yes. You are highly sensitive to the fact that there's energy you're picking up and it doesn't feel good, whether you're conscious of it or not. We are all empaths attracted to this kind of work because we're the 132 is very much a seeker, but I'm finding with all of my fractal line, we're just seekers. And we're like, something isn't like the way everyone else is doing it. Something just doesn't, it's not working for me the way it's working for other people. And I just feel like I'm doing everything right, but it's still not working. It's because energetically you're sensing there's something that you're supposed to be doing different that they are not able to give you at that point.
Huh. Okay.
And so you want to be careful when you're spending a lot of time in certification programs and I'm certified by this person or that person, I'm doing this and that, right? Like you have to be mindful of, because you have a way you're going, like your identity center is defined, Daneika, which means you know where you're going.
Okay.
So there's no room for any self-doubt here.
Okay.
So lower frequency is, I don't know, is this the right way?
Okay.
Higher frequency is, yes, it's the right way. Now there's a bridge, right? We're at a dial, like it's 1 to 10. Where do you normally sit there? And you always just want to remind yourself every morning, I know where I'm going. I'm in the middle of finding my way there. And along the way, I am safe to serve people in finding their own direction as well. Because a lot of the thing with attracting clients, because I wrote down, you know, attracting, you're looking to attract your clients, right? Not go show up and be in their faces about it. And and the way attraction marketing works is you are the person living in the thing you're selling. So whatever transformation you're selling, whatever offer that is the thing you're like, I got to scream it from the rooftops because everybody needs to know about this. You're living in it. And so with human design and what I do, it's like, we're looking to see how can you get more aligned into who you really are. And then trust that what that is what will help someone else in their next step of evolution. But attraction marketing starts with going, I have everything I need and I know it's valuable to somebody else right now.
Yeah. What really hit me though, specifically about what you just said about the lower and the higher with the self-doubt in particular, because I feel like that's who I'm talking to. And I mean, I know that's a very broad and common problem, but what's interesting is I speak about that a lot, that leaps of faith or risks that I've taken in my own life, facing the fear is what I would call it, and then finding out things aren't, there's nothing there to be afraid of. But it's like a bridge, right? And there's many bridges to cross. I don't know which one I'm on, but I use that a lot, you know, talking about the self-doubt and the confusion and the confidence. And I'm like, oh God, well, maybe is that what I'm sending out? And should I not be speaking in that way? Because that's who I think I'm helping, but those who are a few steps behind where I'm at.
Right. I understand what you're saying, because we do want to be mindful of the frequency of our copy. Like I just created this whole sales page training and I'm like blown away at it, because literally what we want to do as empowered business owners is we want to speak to the empowered people. And so there's a frequency of empowerment you're looking to speak from in your copy, in your writing. That, because it's like what I said was, empowered people know they get to use time and money to make their life easier and to solve their problem.
Interesting.
people who like in our business world, like who we think we have to convince or sell. The reason we have to work so hard to convince and sell is because we aren't coming from an empowered place of, I already know that I have the solution for you. You're welcome. I created it for you. I wish I would have had it. Here it is. You can all you have to do is spend some time and money. Here you go. You're welcome. Not as much time and not as much money as you would have done if you were doing it on your own.
Right.
But empowered people know that. They already go, oh, somebody did this for already? Cool.
Yeah. That makes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that just really hit, because I feel like in some of the things that I write and that I share, I do speak from that place of empowerment. I think what I got from the way that you phrased it is almost then talking to them in my copy from already being that.
Yes.
Rather than back here or in the middle, however you want to frame it, but talking to where you want to go rather than focused on where you are. And
or where you've been.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the victim consciousness is like, I just kind of want to indulge in staying there a little bit longer, just because even though it's dysfunctional, it's still comfortable at a certain level. Right? It's all unconscious, but that's that. And so what you want to do is curate empowerment. You want to, it's not that you have to like live as the empowered Daneika Monday through Friday, 20 hours of whatever your time was, 20 hours a week.
Maybe that was my concept right there.
Yeah. Like you just want to go, okay, how do I curate my own empowerment? And then how do I come into my copy and my service and my business from that frequency?
That's helpful. I wrote that as a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Spend some time contemplating that.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you're going to notice your words feel different even coming out as you're writing. It's going to feel like, the way it feels for me is like my emails are like fire. Like I show everybody at home. I'm like, look at this email I just wrote. Like, this is so good.
I've had those moments when writing. Not, business, but just writing, period.
Because that's your gift. That's your gift.
Is the writing.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you love doing it.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you invoke emotion in other people with your writing. Because emotion is not bad. We just don't know how to regulate it as a society. It's like once we learn how to regulate emotional energy, we have access to everything we ever wanted here. Mm-hmm. And the reason there's inconsistent shit in our business is because we haven't learned to regulate our emotional energy. Anytime there's inconsistent money or clients, it's where are you reacting emotionally? Some people, it's like, the Facebook algorithm changed and now my ads are off. Or right, like it's always something.
Yes.
It's just the universe's way to be like, okay, how are you going to handle this? It's always looking to regulate you.
Okay.
Does that help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm really going to stick with that question. How do I curate my empowerment? I wrote that down, and the frequency of empowerment. I wrote a few things down that you said, and then about where they were, or who I think I'm talking to, and talking from the place of where they were, being mindful of that. And even the questioning of, well, what does consistency? Because that, every, 5 days a week or whatever it is, I'm like, that's.
Yeah.
making peace with that
Yeah,
almost.
it is. Yes, making peace with it. It's like, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about patterns. So I'm always looking at the months and going like, okay, what time of the month is it that I'm like maybe more on fire than not? And I never call myself inconsistent because I am showing up every day doing 150% every fucking day. I am not inconsistent. No one would ever look at me and be like, she's a little inconsistent. And I guarantee that's the same for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my own personal thoughts about it, that it needs more faster, quicker.
Yeah. Because we're just uncomfortable not having it now. That's another thing with MGs. It's like the world just doesn't move fast enough for us. We actually have to like operate at a slower pace because we're here. And
Okay.
it just doesn't move as fast as like we would expect it to move. Like I'm always telling my family, like, I don't get it. It's not moving fast enough. And they're like, yeah, it's time. We're
That
here in
sounds-
3D. It's time. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Sounds about right. Okay.
well, I hope this was helpful.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you for
You're welcome.
yeah, for the question. I will definitely sit on that and contemplate it.